Have you ever imagined a predator that doesn't just kill with brute strength, but with venom, patience, and a deadly, calculated strategy? On a remote chain of islands, a creature still rules today, carrying the legacy of ancient dinosaurs in its very veins. This is the Komodo Dragon. Measuring up to 3 meters long, weighing around 100 kilograms, and possessing enough raw power to take down deer, wild boar, and even massive water buffalo, it is the largest living lizard on Earth and the undisputed king of a few isolated Indonesian islands. But how did it get so big? And is it really a dinosaur?
The scientific answer is no. The Komodo dragon is not a dinosaur. It belongs to the monitor lizard family. But its ancestors evolved around 40 million years ago in Asia, migrated through Australia, and eventually reached the islands of Indonesia. The secret to its massive size lies in a scientific process called island gigantism. When a species lives on an island with no major predators and an abundance of large prey, millions of years of evolution can cause it to grow to an enormous size. At first glance, it looks like a prehistoric monster. Its skin is less like a reptile's hide and more like chainmail. Beneath the surface, it has bony plates called osteoderms, acting as a natural armor against the bites and claws of rival dragons.
Inside its mouth are about 60 serrated, backward-curving teeth. These aren't designed for chewing. They are built to tear flesh deep into the bone. And its powerful legs end in iron-like claws, capable of bringing down prey twice its size. But the Komodo dragon's true superpower isn't its eyesight or its hearing. It's its sense of smell. It constantly flicks its forked yellow tongue into the air, gathering microscopic scent particles and transferring them to the Jacobson's organ in the roof of its mouth. This incredible chemical radar allows it to smell a wounded or dead animal from up to 9 kilometers away. Because it is cold-blooded, its day begins with the sun. As morning breaks, it steps out of its burrow to bask. The sun's rays warm its muscles, preparing it for the hunt. But when the midday heat becomes unbearable, it retreats to the shade of a tree or a dugout burrow to rest.
It is a master of patience. It doesn't chase its prey for miles. It waits. Hidden in the tall grass or behind a rocky outcrop, it stays perfectly still, sometimes for hours. When the prey finally steps into range, it strikes with explosive speed. Over short distances, it can sprint at nearly 20 kilometers per hour. For a long time, scientists believed that deadly bacteria in the dragon's mouth is what killed its prey. But modern research revealed a much darker truth. The Komodo dragon has actual venom glands in its lower jaw. When it bites deep, the venom floods the wound. It doesn't kill instantly like a cobra's venom. Instead, it rapidly drops the prey's blood pressure and prevents the blood from clotting. The result is massive, uncontrollable bleeding. And here is where the story gets truly terrifying. If the prey manages to escape that first strike, it is still dead. Using its unmatched sense of smell, the dragon will track the scent of the bleeding animal for kilometers. It follows patiently, waiting for the venom and blood loss to take their toll. When the prey finally collapses, the dragon delivers the final blow. It is nature's slow, but absolutely certain executioner. Once the prey falls, the Komodo dragon transforms into a meat-eating machine. It pins the carcass down with its heavy claws and uses its powerful neck to rip off massive chunks of meat.
doesn't chew. Thanks to a flexible lower jaw and a highly stretchable throat, it swallows huge pieces whole. It can easily consume skin, internal organs, and even small bones. It eats with terrifying speed. In a single meal, a Komodo dragon can eat up to 80% of its own body weight.
Afterward, its stomach visibly bulges, and it slowly drags itself to a safe, sunny spot to digest. Thanks to a remarkably slow metabolism, that one massive meal can keep it alive for weeks. In fact, it can survive for over a month without eating again. Once a year, between May and August, the quiet islands erupt into violence. It is mating season. Massive males clash over the right to mate. They stand on their hind legs, locking front claws, and wrestle violently, trying to pin each other to the ground. It is a brutal test of strength, and only the strongest male wins the right to approach the female. But the female has the final say. She only accepts the healthiest, most dominant male, ensuring the next generation gets the best genetic traits. But the Komodo dragon holds one more biological miracle, one that has baffled scientists for years. Imagine an isolated island where only a single female Komodo dragon lives, and there are no males anywhere in sight. Will her bloodline end? Surprisingly, no. The Komodo dragon possesses a rare ability called parthenogenesis, or virgin birth. If a female is completely isolated, she can actually lay fertile eggs without ever mating with a male.
Because of their unique ZW chromosome system, the babies that hatch from these unfertilized eggs are almost always male. These sons will grow up and eventually mate with their mother to repopulate the island. Scientists believe this is nature's ultimate emergency backup, a way to ensure the species survives, even if a single female is blown off course to a brand new, unpopulated island. After 7 to 8 months in the egg, a tiny Komodo dragon breaks through the shell. It is only about 35 to 45 centimeters long and weighs barely 100 grams. But its biggest threat isn't a bird of prey or a wild dog. It is other Komodo dragons. Adults are ruthless cannibals. If given the chance, they will eat their own young. To survive,
The baby dragon must immediately scramble up into the branches of a tree. For the first 2 to 3 years of its life, it lives almost entirely in the canopy. Up there, it is safe from the giants below, feeding on insects, small lizards, and bird eggs. But as it grows heavier, the trees can no longer support its weight. It is forced to descend to the forest floor. Now, it must hunt larger prey. By the time it reaches 5 to 7 years of age, it is fully mature, ready to claim its place at the top of the food chain. In the wild, a healthy Komodo dragon can live for 30 years or more. As an adult, it has no natural predators, but its life is far from safe. Today, its greatest enemy is us, humans. Habitat destruction, illegal poaching, and the rising sea levels caused by climate change are shrinking their island homes. Today, there are only about 3,000 adult Komodo dragons left in the wild. While they generally avoid humans, they are not harmless. If provoked, or if they are desperate and hungry, their venomous bite can be fatal to a person.
Because of this, strict rules are enforced in the Komodo National Park. Tourists are never allowed to walk alone. You must always be accompanied by a trained park ranger, keeping a safe distance and never blocking the dragon's path. These rules protect both the visitors and the dragons themselves. The Komodo dragon is not just an animal. It is a living, breathing miracle of evolution. It is a mysterious world, carrying the secrets of millions of years in its ancient DNA. As long as these islands remain and these wild forests stand, nature's silent predator will continue to rule as the undisputed king of its domain.